welcome on in. Yes, so Star Trek Resurgence, real quick, is an epic narrative adventure. It is essentially, if you've ever played a Telltale game, this is from like the alumni from that studio, and we are sort of playing slash watching a visual novel with occasional quick time events, branching storylines. You do make choices. You can be nice or mean. People agree with you, disagree with you over time. You're able to see how those choices affect your story. And I would love to interview the devs to be like, how many branches, like, how many potential endings do you have? Or if, for clarity, they actually only have a few potential endings, how many different ways can you get there? Like, I would love to know that. Anyway, let's hop on into it. Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed an Epic Store exclusive. Which, yes, I wonder if they plan that. I wonder if everybody who has an Epic exclusive is like, let's just put Epic in like the thing, just in case. Just in case. All right, so play. Now I remember what happened. We had been doing some scanning on the ship, because we found some Takan technology on board, and we had some Takan technology that was interrupting our ability to scan and find where the other vessel had gotten to. First Officer Ryder went... Rydek is the other space game that we're not playing right now. Rydek went to engineering, found the device, but then we were scanning the ship to see who could possibly have put it there. And we discovered that not everybody had been bioscanned to make sure that they were still who they say they are. Shocking reveal. And we may go back to before the reveal. Yep. Okay, so we're going back to before the reveal. So my reaction this time won't be quite as extreme as it was last time, but that's fine. Hi, this is Sickbay, and it's awesome. The one thing I love about this is I just want to wander around, and the game will let you. Like, okay, we can't do anything in here, and there's probably nothing beyond that door. But the game's like, oh, do you want to walk around the locations on a Starfleet vessel? By all means, go right ahead. I'm not even sure why that room is in there, but okay. You want to touch the weird thing that Doctor puts over somebody? You can touch it. It's right there. Actually, I think they just use that to hold a bag up, but it's fine. Yes, so I am 100% fine. Sorry, back to Star Trek Picard with Terry Matalas. I do not remember how to say his name, but he is all in, and I'm very excited for where it could go. I am very excited. However, because production companies are assholes, I will not allow myself to get too attached to the idea of something happening until somebody says, hey, it's actually happening. Because, yeah. I wonder if one of these is the people that got hurt because of somebody else's, like, touching a thing. Like, oh, I can't get around there. Hold on. Can I squeeze around here? Nope. Wait. Come on. Get shimmy. No? All right, fine. I can walk in here, though, even though there's a medical force field up. I am being an absolute menace, and I apologize to anybody watching for the first time. Tylus is an emissary, or a representative of the Hotari. The Hotari were the planet that we showed up between them and the Elydians. The Hotari's moon was a dilithium mine, and the Elydians had provided them with technology to help distribution. Then something happened, and the Hotari told the Elydians to get the heck off their planet. Tylus has been with us the whole time because she's like, something's not right, something's up, and, pardon me, something's not quite up. So now she's with us, and I would like her to be my first officer's space wife, but that's a whole other story.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course.
See, that, of course. Oh, she gonna be our space wife.
There's
like,
something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Draconian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the scions as much as anybody.
You don't have to do that. I trust you.
If it makes you feel any better, it's not me, I promise you.
I know.
We don't know, and that was a bad decision, but I made it again because Space Wife.
That doesn't mean it's not you.
Morgan Peter Brown, I do remember the game, and I also remember the lovely heyday that we had in, like, the 90s, late 80s to 90s, when we basically started getting, like, full motion video and cameos and voicing, and it was so good, but I do not remember the name of the game. There have been some interesting Star Trek games since, and it's been lovely. I did know that, yes. I'm trying to think of like anything else like. Oh, sorry. That's what I was going to say. If anybody is watching this game for the first time and has questions about like stuff that I can answer, I can try to answer for you, because coming into a narrative game when we're at I think this is like the 5th or 6th stream of it, can be a lot if you don't know what's been going on. I did play the Borg PC game. I remember it.
Okay.
Yeah, scan me. You like what you see in that scan? You like it? Eh?
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the scions as well. You never know.
I'm a gremlin today.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
I love this because it is
Forever to search
absolutely
the number of people that were in
science-y. It is absolutely science-y. They're just like, okay, I have a record of everybody who's been in engineering, so why don't I just eliminate the people who shouldn't have been there?
I'll filter out the duplicates.
That helps.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Now this is manageable.
Now here's the hard part. Non-engineering personnel that should not have been in engineering in the first place.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering. Let's see who's left.
Okay, the captain has not been scanned. And there's a big old, like, bioscan pending on his profile. But as we know, starship captains evade doctors like it's their job. Like, they teach medical evasion if you're on the command track at the academy. I'm pretty sure the name of the class is an Apple a Day 101.
No, this can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari. So they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I found the device.
This is Portal 6-3, that if you remember the Star Trek episode, Star Trek Next Generation episode, it was like a first season one. They encountered the Takan on a faraway thing. It was the episode that introduced the Ferengi. Well, apparently he's now in the game because he came back. There's your quick summary. Also, we heard pretty loud thunder a second ago. So I'm hoping that we're able to stay online.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvan's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that it in the late stages of the Empire.
That's not good.
But it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
We have to somehow intercept him. How long till he arrives?
Oh, he's much too far.
The music just got real dire.
We'll never arrive before he does. If Galvan and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly.
Well, that's going to be
However,
difficult.
The presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew.
Yeah.
And it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap.
Traps,
If
great.
we reach Galvan and the saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is?
Well,
They may well do more damage.
okay, we're going to sell the captain out. But yes, I do have a Discord. It's very chill and low-key. And I know a lot of people are in tons of Discords. So if you want to join, that's lovely. If you don't, that's also perfectly fine. I don't have a Star Trek devoted channel in there, but I do have a spoilers channel. So if you are watching new series and you want to talk about it, there is a space specifically to talk about that so that other people can avoid it.
Left alone.
I'm going to sell Solano out. I think it's a captain. Let's go.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duvall.
It's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
Hey, Celestia, welcome on in.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
It would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor,
Too busy.
you have the authority to declare him unfit to...
Are we talking mutiny? Because I'm here if we're talking mutiny. And maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. But I'm definitely here for mutiny. Okay? Definitely. Okay, I'm just saying. Absolutely. Just saying.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this?
Mutiny!
If you fail, that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
I'll be honest.
I don't know if it's possible to be ready for this.
I respect the honesty. I'm in. But we can't pull this off with just the two of us.
I'm in.
I
Nice.
technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim, or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Okay, this is why I love games like this. Because you've had all these narrative threads and all of these possibilities and all these people you could talk to. And now the game basically is like, we are going... Never read chat in the middle of a soliloquy. We are going to now make you need to trust somebody. So you better have been nice to somebody on the senior staff. Like, somebody on the senior staff better like you enough to go in on this with you. And if you don't have anybody, well, goodness help you. We have Commander Westbrook, who is, I think, on an upswing with us. Commander Ermont respects us. And now Commander Chovak, well, he's a lieutenant commander. He doesn't necessarily like us, but whatever. He's a Vulcan. Do they like anybody? How do you tell? Whatever. So we might be able to actually be okay talking to either Commander Ermont or Westbrook. I'm going to go with Westbrook because we have spent more time with Westbrook, but now we're on a scene change. Ah, knocked you out of warp, huh?
Down to one reactor. Thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Takan enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
So in this game, you switch perspective between First Officer Jara Rydek and Petty Officer, whose first name I cannot remember right now, Diaz. And the engineers, the Petty Officer engineers, are currently stuck on a Lydian ship that's been taken over by the Takan that was heading at unbelievable speeds towards the remnants of the Takan Empire. Thankfully, the engineers, doing what engineers do, were able to slow the ship down. They are basically just engaged in all of the sabotage all day. Okay, we got to find a working console. So can I crawl through? Okay, I can't crawl through. I guess I got to walk the long way around. Is there anyone I can talk to? Oh, I can't go back that way. The game is like invisible force wall. I can't pull up my tricorder, so I guess we're going to have to go... Yeah, we'll have to go the long way around. Thankfully, we can crouch. I don't like all this stuff on the ground, but I always get worried about barrels in games. Like, are they going to explode on me? Because if you're going to do that, you at least need to tell somebody first. Oh. Alright, this is an Lydian console, and I think the only thing we need to do is access the star map.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Usonia system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Oh. Shoot. Oh, shoot.
Oh!
That could have gone bad if I had, like... The game will trick you like that. It'll put a quick time event and you're like, oh, were you paying attention? Nope.
The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
The Zeldi is still made by a Lydian hand, despite all this Takan corruption. We'll hold.
We just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
They actually have a conversation, like Diaz talks about like why he wanted to join Starfleet, but not go the officer track earlier on, and it was just to see other stars.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Oh.
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older, I think about it more.
I think There's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Illydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
I don't like all this talk
That
about
is
dying.
just one part of it, but yes, death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Dakarn use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
But that's why you're okay with
Now
killing
that I've
them
seen it happen,
versus...
does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point?
Okay.
What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
Oh,
Never
wow.
told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont.
Oh.
A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her. But wasn't.
You should try to see her again. When all this is over. Maybe things have changed for her after you've been away for years.
I couldn't go back. Not now.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do.
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spilled together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight.
Uh-oh.
But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you could count me as one of your tribe. As Itasca was.
Even a couple of engineers like us?
You are many things.
I don't need to wait that long. We've bled together. No one else will know what we've been through. That makes us a tribe. Right here.
Let's maybe not use that word, but okay.
They not cease this madness.
I find it fascinating that they're using an unjoined, like that Etzelar is very specifically an unjoined Trill, and you just notice early on that she has, like, she's like, I don't agree with the joining, blah, blah, blah. Now to find out that she has a twin sister who was joined and then immediately pretty much, hey, Gigi's, immediately pretty much became a different person. Like, that tracks now. That's like, oh, okay, I get it. And it reminds me of the DS9 episode. I believe John Glover was playing the thief of Jadzia's symbiont. Like, he was one who was rejected by the, joining Symbiosis Council, etc. And I did find it fascinating the way they portrayed, him being like this shy and meek person behind it all, but the moment that the symbiont was with him, like the way that he, as an actor, it's very similar to Christopher Reeve when he plays Superman and Clark Kent in the same scene. Like, he immediately, everything about his bearing changed, and it's obvious, like, once it happens, you do change as a person. So to have your twin all of a sudden be someone else will be wild. Oh, going to warp again. And we're in some place with a spiky, icy asteroid.
Is that the Veskar?
One
Uh-oh.
of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it. just like the Zeldi.
Wait, how?
Now there are 2 ships. Did this just get better or worse?
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar. So many lives stolen.
It's worse.
Yeah, we have 2 ships
This is
now?
definitely worse.
Thanks. That really helps.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
This doesn't look like the Ophelia. What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Prepare for transfer.
The storm. It's back.
Oh, you're putting the thing on another ship.
What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Metric radiation is dropping. Zeldi's dropped to minimal power.
They're gonna
levels.
move the Cartabula
Just the one warp core now.
over to the other ship.
That means
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Which is bad, but good. Maybe y'all can get back now, but it's bad because they got the thing. Oh my god, the chapter is called Mutiny on the Resolute. Let's go! It's difficult because a lot of... It's funny to me to say that he looks like Vorik from Voyager because, of course, the same performer who played Vorik also played the Vulcan in Lower Decks, the TNG episode, and they basically just said, oh yeah, the 2 of them were twins. I think it's really hard to break away from, like, a Vulcan look. If you're going to be essentially light-skinned with, like, straight hair, it's really hard for you not to look like every other Vulcan. Unless, you know, they do at least give you, like, a spray tan. That helps. But, yeah. And I only mean, like, the TV Vulcans, because they don't do a whole lot of, like, difference between them. You okay, Captain Solano? You alright there, buddy? You? Who you
Something wrong, Captain?
think I am?
no, nothing's wrong. In fact, I was just going to call for you.
Oh, were you now?
I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
Why are you needed? Wait, what? No, you are never... What? That doesn't seem odd to anybody else up on this bridge, that the captain all of a sudden is like, I'm needed in engineering. For what? Okay. Not the oven. Oh, this could go really badly for us. Sadly, I don't think I can probably go to the main menu and it'll put us back at the beginning of this, but I think once we are in for a penny, we are in for a pound, which makes no sense because space capitalism, space socialism. I think we're going to stick to Westbrook. It's a science vessel. He is the chief science officer and has made it very clear that, like, he should carry far more weight than, wow, the game is like, are you sure you don't want to look back at Bedrosian? We're going to go with Westbrook, and hopefully it works out for us.
Commander Westbrook, a word, please.
I'm busy here, so let's make it quick.
We may have chosen completely wrong.
What's this about?
The captain may have been compromised. I have reason to believe he's been bioformed and is now actively working against us.
Come on. You can't be serious.
Someone is sabotaging the mission. They
Hey,
planted
Rogan.
a Draconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in...
Sorry, Raven, to answer your question, no. There were no other suspects, and I found it interesting when you were doing the let's narrow down the list. There were multiple names, but Captain Solano, I believe, is the only one the game gave us. So this is a confrontation that the game was insisting that we're going to have. No matter how we got to it, we were going to come down to this moment.
engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu-4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan.
That's ridiculous. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago. He was as normal as ever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Listen, I know we've had our differences, but I need you to hear me out on this.
Also, come away from the door so it closes again.
What evidence do you have to even support this?
Can you stop talking out into the open? Get back from the
I'm
door.
working on that.
Right. You've rarely put your trust in me before. Which...
Okay. That line cracks me up. You've rarely put your trust in me before. We did not take one decision from you. We basically ignored one thing from you. And you apparently have held that against us for the past however long we've been doing stuff. My dude, get over it.
ironically, only makes your story more believable. You're clearly not looking for whoever is most likely to go along with you.
Actually...
If you go through with this, and you're right about Solano, you'll be the new captain of the Resolute.
With your support, I think I can manage it.
Ha, flattery.
I'll have your back. But you damn well better be right.
Do you want to start a mutiny?
Now or never.
Doesn't have to be high treason.
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
You have all the time in the world,
Only
baby.
take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
Oh, is now the time to be sassy? Now the time's to be sassy.
I hope you're not hiding something, Captain. If you aren't, there's no reason to refuse.
I don't like your implication.
I don't like your mustache.
The crew looks to you for guidance, Captain. It may seem like a nuisance, but it would set the right example.
Oh.
What is this?
Oh.
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
Oh.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now. Do not make me tell you again.
Oh, do we actually get to tell the captain to fuck off? Oh, that's going to be so delicious. We're totally telling the captain to fuck off.
I've been a starship captain since before you were in the academy. I won't stand for this.
I'd follow that order, if you were actually Captain Solano.
Yeah, Captain Solano doesn't like that. Imagine.
Well then, there's only one thing left to do. Security to the bridge.
Okay,
Arrest Commander Rydek.
can we talk about how fast security got to the bridge? Were they like sitting outside in the hallway, or were they like waiting in the turbo lift? Like, is he gonna say it? Do we come out now? Do we come out now? When do we come out? What if it doesn't happen? I can't like go back to Starfleet Command and say I didn't put down one mutiny. I mean, come on.
Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Captain, please reconsider.
I've given my order.
This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
Commander Rydek has proof.
This isn't going to go well for us because first off, the argument will be, well, obviously Okay, let's also talk about how freeze frame everybody is like, well, waiting on your next move there, Jera. She's got the device, which means that, of course, she could be the traitor. But based on everything Starfleet and everything Federation, the mere fact that the captain has essentially refused all of this for all this time is kind of like, that's guilt, buddy. Okay?
He sabotaged
That's
our
guilt.
efforts to track Galvin with this. He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan in our midst, Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a Scion.
Yup.
Take her to the brig, or I'll do it myself. Oh!
I gotta say, this was like the longest freaking mutiny scene in the world. Who shot them? Who did that? Was that security? Was that Lieutenant Bedrosian? Who did that? Oh. No.
Wait, stand down. That's an order.
Ho, ho, ho. Oh my gosh. Everybody on the ship was like, this one person's eyes are like, do you believe?
Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
He's not Captain Solano any longer. We have a duty and responsibility to relieve him of command.
If you're wrong, there's no coming back from this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
Thank you. Give me them good tricorder noises. You want to put that up on screen for everyone to see, or what?
Commander Rydick was right. Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
As the chief medical officer of the USS
Steven, shush.
I'm relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
That got real awkward.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned.
No, you stunned. You're the one who stunned the captain.
There's no going back now. You are, rightfully, the captain of the Resolute. And I'm with you from here on out. I need you to know that.
Right now, more than anything, I need to know I can count on your support.
Absolutely. You have my word.
We have to come together to make this work.
Whatever you need me to do.
Now, wait a second. Oh, okay. See, I don't like that. We made him happier because he's like, oh, you trusted me. But we apparently made these two mad because we didn't confide in them. There's no winning here. I've only ever said like one word to you in the first place, my dude. And admittedly, yes, you know what? I give up. You all suck. And I'm going to take a break because I realize that we've gone past my usual ad break time, and I do apologize for that. But it is half past the hour, and I am going to play a teensy little ad, a little bite-sized snippet of an ad while I do a quick BRB, because that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot of things that happened right there, and duh. That's my response. That's my response. So yes, I will see everybody in about a minute-ish and a half. I'm going to go put the teacup in the kitchen because I have gone through all this tea, and maybe get myself a lozenge, and I'll be right back. Silence, Pretzel Rocks. So yeah, that's things that happened in the game. I also was able to take out some stuff I'm going to make for dinner later, so that was nice too. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. We mutinied. However, the fact that there was a chapter called Mutiny on the Resolute made me think that no matter what you did, you were going to get to this point. So, you know. Okay, but I don't like the fact that, hey, Versace, whoever you didn't choose to confide in, which makes me think that you had options to make any of them actually confide in you. But it makes me mad that they all of a sudden are like, oh, well, you asked the commander. You're right. You're right. In this situation, I asked the chief science officer of the science vessel, the USS Resolute, if the chief science officer of the science vessel would support me in potentially having an unfit captain removed from command. I'm sorry I didn't ask the tactical officer. I'm sorry I didn't ask the chief operations officer. If we were on a tactical vessel or an operations vessel, maybe I would have talked to y'all. Okay? Just saying. You can be mad if you want. Be mad at your captain, because that's who I am now. Ha! We're really going to have to do the captain walk, the acting captain walk ourselves, huh? They're going to make us do it. Very slowly, everyone's like, are you really going to do it? To be fair, Lieutenant Bedrosian did have a lot of stuff to get out because of the things that have happened to her today. Oh, wait, you were... Wait, are you standing or sitting, buddy? What are you going to do? Are you standing or sitting, buddy? What are you going to do? Oh, he sit. Now he stand. Now he sit. Now he stand. Now he sit. Now he stand. I can't. Anybody else got some standing and sitting to do? No, just Westbrook? All right. That's right, everyone.
Set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp.
Get back to work.
It's time to face Galvin.
Oh, we even have our legs crossed. We are Janeway comfortable in this chair, and you can't say shit to us.
Make way.
Never gets old. So we're all just going to quietly stay at warp then? Well, crap. That's not good.
We're taking fire.
Red alert. All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zeldi?
They don't look controlled
We're
anymore.
outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
Let's get the ship a little shimmy.
The Vescar's warp engines are powering up.
Yeah, because the Veskar is leaving. Ah, crap.
Our warp engines are offline.
Okay, you don't have to be all pissy about it.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Veskar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
I don't know, if only we accidentally had some engineers over on the Zeldi that we know nothing about, but who might be able to make a difference right now about that ship's firing capacity. Okay, just saying. Yes, Dread Pirate Robert. That was one of the best moments of Strange New Worlds, where you make such this big deal of somebody sitting in the captain's chair, whether they are, acting captain, actual captain. What is the thing that they're going to say? They probably also teach a Starfleet Academy course on that. And Spock's very straightforward, was just amazing. So yes.
He has an Edsolar still over there?
Oh, they know. Okay, they do know.
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry. You got it?
Got it. Diaz to Resolute.
We read you, Diaz.
This is Ermot. It's good to hear your voice. Is Edsolar? Is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
She's right here. She can tell you herself.
I'm not dead yet.
Very good, Petty Officer.
Can you get us out of here?
I can't transport you out while the Zeldy's shields are up. Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to be quick about it. Because we can't give you much more time. We can't evade the Zeldy forever.
Understood. Diaz out. We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
Lydian ships have no escape pods.
We can leave out that cargo bay we transported to before. But then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
Those freight containers. Maybe we could use those to make an escape pod?
That's an engineer for you.
Is that even possible?
We're gonna make it possible. Unless you have a better idea.
He's like, be quiet when the engineers are talking, little man.
I've polarized the hull plating. That should allow us to take a few more hits. Enemy phaser impact dissipated.
Heading, Captain?
Oh, I don't know. Delta or Beta? Well, we're going to go Delta because it makes me think about Voyager.
Attack pattern Delta. Target ventral power couplings.
Aye, Captain.
Zeldy, in range.
Fire!
Ooh.
Zeldy's shields down to 82%.
I love when ships don't even bother turning on each other. They're just
We're
like,
doing damage,
we're
but
in
they're hitting
space.
us right
I don't
back.
have to turn on
We'll
you.
run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Oh.
I can modify your impulsors to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks. But I will need full access to your propulsion systems.
That goes against dozens of Starfleet regulations.
It's not a security risk if the alternative is destruction.
To me, it's simple. You can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me? I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Oh, fine.
Commander Ermot, give Bortle access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
Buddy, we mutinied today. We mutinied today. Do you think I am caring about Starfleet regulations right now? Versus not dying? Seriously?
This will take a moment.
Mutinied. Okay, that was badass. Holy crap!
Your ship has let up its fire.
Hey Val, hey
That
DC.
gives us some time.
All right. freight container should do the trick.
Be quick.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside.
I'm not being quick. There's stuff to look at.
Damn it, not this one.
Is there only one? Oh, there are a few to choose from. Examine undersized container.
Not enough room for the big guy.
I really want to make a joke here, but no. Examine punctured container.
No way this will hold up in a vacuum.
Examine armored container.
Oh, here we go. This'll work.
That's great, but it's not airtight yet.
No problem. Just seal it up.
This container is extremely heavy. Even with the containment field open, it won't leave the bay quickly.
Gotta turn off
I'll
the...
find something to accelerate our exit.
Oh, I was gonna say, just turn off the artificial gravity in here, buddy, but whatever. Welcome on in, Raiders. Oh, we are actively scene transitioning with the phaser act. I like that.
Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
That's what he
Phaser banks
said.
are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Etzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to protect ourselves first.
Engines.
Target their propulsion systems. I don't want them going anywhere.
Targeting their engines.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Oh.
Whoa. We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Are those mines?
Those are explosives.
We'll ride the blast right out of here.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're putting them on the... Wait, you're doing the...
All set.
I'll
set
that...
the containment field to deactivate, then run back. We can detonate by remote.
And on that very dramatic plan that I'm sure will involve somebody jumping in slow motion with explosions behind them. Welcome on in, Mighty Murr. What are y'all do? Ooh, Sunhaven. Nice. Anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Urban Bohemian. I'm Brian. I'm a big Star Trek nerd, and we are playing Trek Resurgence. And yeah, I got nothing else.
Initiating raid message. On behalf of your host, Urban Bohemian, please accept this automated message welcoming you to the channel. You will find a variety of content here, including but not limited to games, food and drink, chat, and tabletop RPGs.
Oh, I'm all fuzzy.
And it is our fondest wish that some or all of it will entice
Also
you to
fuzzy.
follow and perhaps even subscribe to this channel. In accordance with the channel rules,
Better?
we ask that you be your best selves and understand that the streamer
Still
and mods
fuzzy,
have
though.
the final word. Should you find yourself unable to enjoy or engage with the content, we understand if you cannot stay and hope to see you back again some other time. We are very pleased
The only
to have
time you
with
cannot
us,
call me a
and we
person
hope
of
that you
color.
enjoy your stay.
Raid message ends.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome on in. It's a lovely Tuesday. We have done a lot in Trek Resurgence. In case anyone is planning on playing, I don't want to spoil or ruin anything, but the game is doing what narrative games of this type do. It's making us make very difficult choices and then live with them. So yeah, let's hop on back in.
We need to seal the doors from inside the container once we do.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
It's just a little bit of space exposure. You'll be fine. Doc will wave a light over it.
Just a few more moments.
Hurry! What are they doing in there?
Oh, this isn't going to be pretty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. After all that talk. No, that's not.
The Takan get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
I don't know.
We just had a whole conversation about how dying for them is like basically the next thing. Ooh. Oh, wow. I did not expect that conversation to bite us in the ass this fast. That's why I'm so glad I can pause this game, but ooh.
Can we really leave her?
Sucks.
It's not a threat. It's now or never.
This ship can't fly. Sidron set it to self-destruct. Please, Amenta.
See?
It's not her.
No. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this light off the ship before Citron blows it all to hell.
Sorry, buddy.
Exelar to Resolute.
Neither of them, like, they were both kind of neutral about that decision. Neither of them hated it.
We see the cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
Get that tractor beam ready. And you should know, the Zeldy is set to self-destruct.
Then what did it matter?
If we do enough damage to the Zeldy first, it'll prevent the self-destruct sequence from completing.
Really?
Can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
Captain, they're almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
We can't wait for you, Petty Officer. Get out of there now.
Locked on and ready to fire.
Oh, I like that. Like, just... Oh, we aren't playing around today, apparently. Let's go already! Go!
Detonate!
This is the worst idea ever. Literally the worst idea ever. Okay, there have been worse ideas. My favorite Star Trek series is rough because it's usually Deep Space Nine, but I now have a special fondness for Star Trek Discovery and Lower Decks. I am playing this on Epic for Windows, so I have not experienced too many sound issues. The main thing I experience is the subtitles vanish randomly.
They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
And then they come back.
There's something else. I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldy detonated.
Interesting.
Sidron.
There's a Takan structure there.
There are some procedural things
They were here.
that aren't making sense.
It's the reason we are here.
Sorry. Yeah, you and your weird power glove.
What's down there?
Answers.
From what I can tell, it's larger than the structure on Tau.
Is this the Takan arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says this region once held the sacred mysteries of the Takan Empire. Our greatest treasure. Our most fearsome technology.
I want a full security detail. Westbrook, Brodrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
See, I promoted you.
You're not the first officer.
Oh, right.
The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
Are you trying to keep me on the sidelines, Commander Westbrook?
No. We've already lost a captain today.
Aw.
I don't want to lose another.
Then you better be on your game.
Oh.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
Which means that we're taking the science officer with us. Yep. Let's just take the entire, you know, the entire senior staff with us on an away mission. I'm sure it's going to be just fine. It's fine. Oh no, they left the doctor behind. Y'all are fine. This is so pretty.
Not that I can see.
High alert, everyone. The enemy could be anywhere. Follow my lead.
Oh, we have these classic away suits. Oh. Also, the game has given us the option to pull out our phaser, not our tricorder. So that's interesting. Can we talk to anybody?
That's the plan.
No. I'm walking around in the snow, and you're just going to have to deal with it.
Don't make me worry.
Wait, I thought I could talk to somebody. No? I legit thought I had the option to talk to somebody, but maybe was I missing that? All of the bluish light color on other light colors. Okay, I must have imagined it. Or can we just start shooting shit? Let's just shoot everything. Oh, I think we're going to have to shoot these things. Yep. Already on it. I get to shoot something today, therefore I'm happy. Apparently we can't crouch and hold the phaser at the same time. Okay, it's real pretty in here though. Like, this is like West Gallery, National Gallery of Art pretty. That's nice. American Sculpture Gallery pretty. That's cool. Can I shoot one of the flowers? Is this a bad idea? Okay, nothing happens. Fine.
Is this another Takan vault?
It's something. Yo, 6-3.
I don't see a way in.
Help us out here.
The vault in the mines was already open.
There must be some way to activate it.
Portal, can you open it? It is a Taconian vault.
I thought you'd never ask.
I mean, you brought your power glove with you and everything.
You're welcome.
Don't look so smug.
Better to keep it simple. Sometimes the answer is staring you right in the face.
Nicely done.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna take our helmets off without verifying. Okay. That's not good, is it? It's not good. This is gorgeous, though. I'll give it that. And Bedrosian's got a bun. Okay. We're all here for practical style. This is gorgeous. And I'm distracted. We never saw enough of the Tholians. You know, we know about them. They're famous. They got the whole thing going on, but we only ever saw one in Enterprise, the Mirror Universe episode. We don't see enough Tholians. I mean, they don't like anybody, so it's fine, but I'm just saying, we don't see enough Tholians. Everything has to be... Look, they like things that, tessellate and stuff. Although, honestly, if you said, hey, welcome to my place, and it was like this, I'd be like, oh, how do you afford this on your salary?
Let's see what we can find. And stay on high alert. We don't know where the Takan that beamed down here could be.
Yep, let's just shoot at stuff. That'll be fine. Oh, the two of you are just going to go off in the same direction? That sounds safe. Y'all are fine. I'm sure you're fine. It's fine.
You will need my help, Commander.
How so?
Traversal here is trivial for a Takan, but only a Takan.
Is this a puzzle?
When you come across a device you cannot use, merely call my name.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay, let's look around. Apparently we can't go that way.
I should look elsewhere.
The game was like, get your ass back in that room. Let's just chat for a sec here, buddy.
Do you know what this place was used for?
It feels
Rogad!
But I'm not certain. The Empire was vast. I did not know every corner of it, and much was built after I became a portal. However, Takan would not build such a place without something precious to protect.
Whatever that is, we have to find it before Galvin does.
Alrighty. We can look at more stuff, because I know Nightbot's gonna basically say it's time for a... Consider the space ocean.
Portal?
Space ocean?
What is that?
Like a spotion?
Void down there.
Space, folded upon itself. A fairly simple concept.
For a Takan, perhaps?
I advise against falling in.
I'm gonna be real. Right before Nightbot warns me to run an ad. Dang it. Okay, well, I'm gonna do it now anyway. Those parasite aliens are never coming back. Like... It's funny to read all the deep dives on that one conspiracy episode, and like every time they do something, you're like, was it the aliens? Is it them? Are they back? Never coming back. Never. I know that they had plans for doing other things. I suspect that that's one reason why the Borg is sort of, not exactly insect-like, but, hives and things like that. But yeah, it was a really interesting thing. And we've since had, like changelings and assimilation, and they never went back to it. So yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a minute, and we'll run an ad. Actually, I'll leave it on. But we'll run an ad. So don't go anywhere. I just want to make sure that for the next hour, because we're still playing for a while, people won't see any pre-roll ads. So I apologize for that. I felt like I just went away, so I'm just going to hang here for a second, and I'll see you in 3 minutes if you're not a subscriber, or if you've already got an ad up your belt, or whatever. One day I really am going to be like, okay, now that they're all gone, let's chat. Except I have no idea who sees an ad and who doesn't. But while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and report some spam on Twitter, because don't need that. I'm waiting for the... maybe because... I'm wondering if people are getting, like, disabled because... if it's getting disabled because, you know, people are reporting spammers or something, but not sure. Okay, give it a few minutes. Well, since we got a raid, welcome. Which means they're probably not seeing the ad, so I'll say a quick welcome to you while the rest of the ad break runs. But yeah, welcome on in, y'all. Hope that you're having a good day. What was today? Was it Minecraft action? Was it art? Was it Slime Rancher? I like the Slime Rancher. The slimes are so cute.
Welcome, Raiders. We know you have a choice in Twitch streamers, and we thank you for raiding Urban Bohemian. We hope that you'll enjoy your stay and consider following so that we can see you again soon. Emotes can be made available for your enjoyment by clicking on the subscribe button, and cheers of all amounts are accepted by your friendly streamer.
Cult of the Lamb, let's
Please adhere to the
go.
channel rules and moderator instructions. In the event of a loss of interest, spoilers, or that this stream's content is simply not to your liking, the exit button can be found in the upper right or upper left corner of your screen, and we invite you to peruse one of Twitch's many other offerings. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. We're very happy to have you here.
And that is perfect timing, because hopefully the people who were on the ad break are back with me, and we are all here together, and we're going to continue pondering the space ocean. But yeah, welcome on in. I'm sorry, I'm going to yawn. I hope that didn't make anyone else yawn, but it probably did, because that's how humans are wired. Okay. So I think we've looked at everything we can look at, although it's just really pretty. Okay. So it's very clear that these things just go to other things, so... What is the point of that? Why not a longer distance then? Wait. Wait. Do they not just go to the next step? Wait, what? Sorry. This is a... It seems like this should be a puzzle. So, do we just go? Okay, so if I go back... Okay, so it's sort of a puzzle. Alright, get on the thing. Okay, so then this took us from there to there. This makes no sense. Why wouldn't you just make a transporter to go across the room? Like, what is the point of this? Okay, that got me here. So then... Okay, am I gonna have to remember stuff? I don't like having to remember stuff. Am I getting lucky? Okay, that has me over here. No, wait, that's... Okay, let's try this one. Okay, no, that wasn't it. Oh, I gotta remember stuff. This is... Oh, thank goodness I lucked into it. Oh, now everyone else just goes right behind me. Thanks, y'all. Y'all were a big help. Yeah, no, this is gorgeous. Even the way that the reflective doesn't hit the floor until you look up. That's nice. Okay, now we use the tricorder. Now we do this. Now we do the science thing.
Soil. Just soil.
Soil from a
It's
planet
from
not
this planet,
oh.
nor any planet in the Federation database.
Well, that's slightly disturbing that the soil's not from anywhere that we've ever seen before. Takan console, extremely high particle density, impassable with current Starfleet technology. Well, that sucks. Oh. Okay, so we can't get past this. We can't get past the console. This is giving very strong Assassin's Creed vibes too. Takan console contains vast amounts of Taconian data, contents unable to be translated. Okay, is there anything else that we need to check? Am I missing something? Sometimes the game needs to give you just a little bit more of a clue. Because I can't run with the tricorder on, so I can't quickly scan the room. You're generally looking for something that causes it to say there's an anomaly present. But I'm not really seeing anything. Let me put this away for a second and look around. Okay, the console has got nothing for us. Can I talk to anyone? Oh, apparently I'm just supposed to investigate the dirt.
Why is this here?
This is soil from the homeworld. Our capital system.
Oh, I don't touch the dirt, dude.
This isn't an arsenal. It's a temple of the ancients. Sacred ground to the Takan. I took my
Does that mean we can't fight here?
as a guardian of the Empire in a place just like this.
If you could have used that this whole time, buddy. It's very, very powerful fisting there.
I cannot imagine the look of pride in my parents' eyes as they said goodbye. Forever. Sorry. This is the first I've seen of anything new from the Takan Empire in a very long time. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling. That sense of loss. I thought I was ready for it. But it cuts to the core of your being, even with your defenses up.
I totally understand that feeling. It's unavoidable and inescapable no matter what you do.
Yes, it's that distant but familiar feeling that's forever just out of reach.
Can you use this to find out more about what Galvin is after?
The information's encrypted.
Is that a problem for you and your glove?
Discern that it's a warship. No.
Not the Aphelion.
It's the Aphelion.
Yes, it's the Aphelion.
Perhaps the most powerful Taconian ship ever built. I can't access the full file, but looking through the ship's schematics, it appears to be equipped with some sort of experimental, highly advanced transporter technology.
Transporter technology? For what?
Yeah.
Captain, you better come see this.
Unless they can start bioforming people using the transporter directly. Not that anybody else would think of doing such a thing. Oh, I was like, are we in a hurry, or are we just gonna...
There are more up ahead.
From the looks of it, I'd say someone left in a hurry.
Probably right around the time we showed up.
Uh-oh. Also, why is it always the most powerful ship? Not, we built a bunch of them because they were great. Just, we only built one. Okay, don't go activating pylons without telling us what you're doing there, buddy. Yeah, each of these held somebody.
I've seen these before. In the other vault. And if all of those are the same as this...
Oh, shit.
Then there must be...
Hundreds of millions, if not billions. All that remains of the Tacon civilization. A distinct person, encapsulated in crystalline form. Preserved for all eternity.
You thought this was an arsenal. And in a way, you're right.
Yeah.
This is how they rebuild the Tacon Empire. And bioform billions of innocent people.
That seems to be the case. What you have to understand is, these life forms were preserved for the benefit of the Tacon civilization.
What benefit?
As a means of safeguarding the health and well-being of any Tacon, should they fall prey to illness or...
I'm sorry, that's a lot.
They were never intended to be used for this purpose.
What purpose, then?
This was always...
Like, there is no other reason to say, oh, I'm going to just preserve every member of my civilization to save them and, what, let them out in the future? When, like, I mean, this isn't like putting somebody on ice and saying, well, I'll bring you out when I can cure you. No, you just put a whole person into a crystal and left it sitting around. There's no other purpose for that except to be brought back. Like, that's just not, it's not a thing. Also, wow, Captain Solano's just mad at us, but, well, you were wrong, buddy.
Their purpose, to restore the glory that was lost.
Shoot him. I felt like shooting somebody today.
Please. Congratulations on your first victory in battle, Captain Rydek. You killed a great many of my compatriots, some that I've known for millennia. Are you proud of how much death you've caused?
You're one to talk.
Each Tacon life is precious, irreplaceable. Centuries of knowledge and culture lost with each one you murder.
I was protecting my crew. It's regrettable to take any life. But when someone threatens galactic civilization, force is the correct response.
And I suppose it worked. For now. Thankfully, I don't have to convince you of anything. We'll all be on the same side soon enough.
You can't just bioform whoever you want. Not without a fight.
Yeah, but see, that's just it. There won't be one.
There won't be a fight.
Yeah, because the new ship will just transport people and automatically do it to them, right?
1 minute you're standing there as
there it is.
The the next, you're standing here as one of us.
Hey, Zach, welcome on in.
Talking about mass transformation. That's what the Aphelion was built for.
The transporter. It'll reconstitute your DNA and bioform you into a Takan in the blink of an eye. This is what they'll use as ammunition.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Of course, that's the simple version. But the end result will be the same.
I realize you're here to gloat, and you seem pretty confident, but I'm not gonna let that happen.
It already is happening. The Aphelion is on its way here as we speak. Now it's only a matter of time. You can't delay that which is inevitable.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Which makes your next decision fairly simple, brother. You are, after all, a portal.
Oh, who are we shooting today?
I am.
Your sole purpose is to serve as a guardian of the Takan Empire.
Uh-oh.
But you stand here surrounded not by your fellow Takan, but by members of the Federation. By people who deny our fundamental right to exist. You swore an oath to protect the Empire. And I can only assume that's why you're here.
There is only one true Takan here, and that's Portal. You're a scion, a disgrace to the memory of the Takan, brought back through unnatural means.
I only tolerate your presence so long as you continue to amuse me.
Oh, it's like me on a date.
Which side are you on?
Captain Rydek, long-range sensors suggest a massive spacecraft approaching in the distance.
The time has come. I hope we speak again, brother.
Estimated time to contact, 6 minutes and counting.
We can't stay here. We have to get back to the ship.
And we have to preserve these souls.
I don't
take them back to
know if we have room
Those
for the
crystals are ammunition to...
I don't think we have room for the entirety of the Takan crystalline civilization on our ship. Unless we do, we probably have room in a cargo bay. We're not using those for very much right now, you know. Kind of not, I mean, yes, sort of Cylon, but also no, but also yes, because of the way that the new series talked about Cylons, it basically, like, they just ended up being, you know, everyone was essentially a Cylon until, so yeah, maybe.
be used against us. We have to destroy them. Bombard the site from orbit.
I'll decide, once we're safely aboard the Resolute.
Let's go.
For to transport.
Love the sound. So good. Why are you stopping? What, why? Oh, okay.
You have to hear me out, Captain. I lost my eyes because of you.
That's not fair. You didn't lose your eyes because of me. You lost your vision temporarily because we were in the middle of a mission and something had to like, oh, I hate this. This game, like, this is always a problem with Star Trek. Is it starts out, everyone's following the rules. Everybody will, like, detail this regulation and that regulation and, you know, protocol and this and that, chain of command, protocol, Starfleet regulation. And then when it gets down to it, the actual day-to-day of doing stuff on a ship, everybody basically has a million grudges that they just hold against each other, or they have a million little guilt cards that they wait to pull out to be like, well, yeah, I was in that accident because you made a command decision, so therefore you should listen to me. It's not exactly how it works, and I might be about to piss you off again, and I'm really sorry that you got hurt. Saving, like, a couple hundred Elydians. Like, you saved a lot of people who admittedly then got, like, well, actually, we don't have no idea what happened to them, do we? Are they still on our ship? Did we drop them off on a planet? What do we do with them? You know what, girl? Actually, you might have a point. Okay, because I don't even know what we did with those people you saved. So, all right, go ahead. Talk your talk.
And still, I've always stood by you. But if you bring those things on board, I'll have no choice but to resign.
If they're taken to the field, they will be forced into new bodies, brought back to life in a way they never asked for.
They're not living beings, but they're still dangerous. And if you don't make decisions to protect us, we're gonna end up like Solano. You, me, the entire crew. We're all next.
So, you're asking me to commit basically oh. Like, you're like, yeah, we should basically just kill all of those citizens that are preserved in Crystal on that place. Ugh.
2 minutes and counting. It's headed straight toward the vault. The Aphelion is coming into view now, Captain.
Thanks, game. View screen. On screen.
On screen.
Oh, is it going to be real pretty? I don't know. We do like a nice ship. Oh, it's pretty.
Arrival at the second vault in less than a minute.
I would remind you, those life forms are Takon, not science. Takon. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
History will judge me for this moment, but instead I think I'll let it judge chat. I think we'll have a poll. Give me just a minute. Because why should I decide when you all can help me decide, and then I can blame your decision on it? Hold on. Destroy the crystals. Be in the crystals aboard. I will give us 2 minutes. I don't actually have another option. Wow, you have a lot of options up here. Yeah, no, this is binary. I could flip a coin, but I'm like, no, I'll let chat decide. That's right. Get off your blanket. I can't believe she pulled history will judge you for this moment, though. That was wrong. She wrong for that. Okay, I kind of appreciate that not even though it is not active aggression against a currently existing and living species, y'all also are not down with genocide, so I appreciate that. Thank you. It's gonna bite us in the ass. Like, it's absolutely gonna bite us in the ass, but I guess we just are gonna, Bedrosian's just gonna be mad at us forever now. But we've had to do a whole lot of things today that just don't make, it's gonna be so bad. But yeah, like, yeah, you pretty much are all like, yeah, just beam the crystals aboard. I get it. I see it. It's happening. I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to know who. I'm not going to ask. That's the point of a poll. And one person might just be doing it for the chaos. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we with 17 votes, 17 votes to 1, we are going to beam the crystals aboard. Therefore, perhaps not being Starfleet history's greatest monster, but only being a monster in the eyes, I'm sorry if that was too soon, of Lieutenant Bedrosian. Gosh, I'm the worst. All right, fine.
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that right?
That's an order.
I was very close to being like, oh wait, which one do I press? Hold on.
The storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Now the point is that they can't use them on the Aphelion. However,
I hope you realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego.
This
ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
wow. Hey Tom, welcome on in. So I can basically slap her down. I can say it is our Starfleet duty, which it is, or I can say shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go with our duty.
This isn't about me. It's our duty as Starfleet officers to protect life, wherever and however we find it. And I couldn't let them fall into Galvin and Sidron's hands. I had to do it this way.
And to think, I used to look up to you.
Game, why are you forcing me to make Vision jokes? Which I am not gonna do. Because I've already made one too many, and I'm already a horrible person. So I will not make any more jokes at that expense. But y'all knew what you were doing and you wrote that dialogue.
The Aphelion is targeting us, approaching rapidly.
I do love this ship, though.
They hit us with that bioforming ray, and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here.
Sorry, hold on. I had a pop-up on screen that I can't get out of the window to deal with, and it's gone now. All right. Guess we're running.
Now.
Hi. Bye. Yoink. Oh, this is not going to go well. They've been inside the cargo container this entire time. Well, that must have been a very awkward, sweaty time. Jeez.
There they are!
You did what had to be done with the Tasker. I know you held out hope, but it's what she would have wanted. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment. And it's not a question of her being a threat or not. It was about freeing the Tasker.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
In her final moments, I'm sure she counted you as a friend as well.
You're all clean. None of you are Takan. Let's go.
Oh, no surprises here. But your shoulders separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
Yeah, no sleep for y'all. At all. No rest. Just get to work. Okay, the music has gotten weirdly whimsical, and I'm not sure what to do with that.
She was was a good little escape pod. Not that I want another ride like that anytime soon.
Okay, let's go. Let's look around and talk to things, because even though it's weird and awkward, we're going to talk to everyone we can.
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz. The lower decks don't get a lot of glory.
Lower decks.
I'm just getting
Lower
started.
decks. Mariner and Boimler would be proud. Well, Mariner would be proud. Boimler would probably just have a panic attack. It's fine. Oh, hey, security officers. Anything interesting take place on the ship while we were away? Any interesting events? Anything?
Diaz.
Yeah?
Did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser?
We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioform. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us?
We'll have to stop them. No matter what it takes.
Yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that.
So, nothing else happened? No, okay. Nothing else you want to talk about? We good? Alrighty.
Tell me, did any crew from the Zelti survive?
Well, since the Lydian ships have no escape pods, I think it was just us.
I see. I thought so. I had a partner on board. After this mission, she and I were meant to...
No, not more space gaze. And also, burying space gaze.
Doesn't matter.
In space.
All that matters now
Which
is
now I'm mad
making the
about.
Takan pay for what they've done.
Because that's rude.
We'll stop them. I promise.
But aside from that well-worn trope, I will appreciate the fact that we now understand why the Elydian ships don't have escape pods, because on death, they believe that they will all be reunited with their loved ones and family, so there is no need for them to worry about surviving something. It's not quite today is a good day to die, which of course is a malformed statement that I wish we had never actually gotten into the hands of Klingons on Star Trek, because the meaning of the thing is that no day is ever a good day to die. But whatever. Boop. Oh, apparently stuff is broke. Oh, is that it? Okay. Yeah, the music is downright whimsical, and I'm not sure if this is the appropriate tone. That's a bridge officer. Alright, let's go.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chovak. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
Yeah, we're probably about to impress a Vulcan. He won't show it.
Oh, come on, he's got to give us some credit for all we've done.
We'll see. Then again, if he doesn't, that's just Chovak being Chovak.
I can't believe it. You evaded the Takan, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it.
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come.
Who is that?
I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
Yeah, just get my name right.
When they do, make sure they get my name right. D-I-A-Z. Diaz. Edsolar's too.
I'm sure no one will forget. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda?
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain
Yeah, by the way, y'all don't know, huh?
Into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer, but none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
We'll just have to step up and work that much harder to help Captain Rydek.
Kiss ass.
It's gonna take all of us.
Talk to you later.
It is agreeable to see you again.
Wow.
Is that so?
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
No, it was not.
But it was my sincere hope you would.
It's great to be seen, boss. There were a few moments out there off the ship where I wasn't really sure we'd be making it back either. Everything here in engineering's kind of a sight for sore eyes.
Indeed. You should know your absences left engineering terribly short-handed. During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule.
Wow.
On both regular and irregular duties.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
I am
Basically,
stating facts, not looking for excuses.
basically because we were gone, everything went to
I gotta
hell.
admit, it's a little flattering that this place went to hell so fast without me.
I'm sorry, that is me every time I take vacation at work, and I will never tell them that to their face. But yeah, I want to know that things were awful when I left. Thanks.
So, I'll take that as a compliment.
I believe factors other than your absence were also to blame.
Wow.
Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zombie, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action. You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
We get to hang with, like, the main crew? The main cast? What?
I tended to an Elydian earlier. Major Starlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Elydians are no longer enemies.
That'd be nice.
I'd always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away.
I'll help you, space
Still a
wife.
lot of bad blood.
Marry me.
Well, if there's any way I can help, let me know.
I'll take you up on that. It's good to have the support of a Starfleet captain, I'm sure.
Well, not quite a
coming along
captain, but
nicely.
okay.
Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here. We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Taconian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew.
Does
Being an effective leader requires trust.
Does that mean we get to apologize?
This can create
Or at least discuss it with her?
I don't expect everyone will agree with my decisions, and she's entitled to a different opinion, but I'll handle Lieutenant Bedrosian.
You'll be fine, just as long as people feel like they're being heard.
Oh, please. All captains do is pretend that they hear their crew members and then ignore them. So, okay, I can do that. That's easy.
For everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust, but if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified. You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
We right now have to decide between Lieutenant Bedrosian, who is just angry, Commander Westbrook, who is the person who should be the first officer and was expecting to be the first officer had they not pulled somebody from outside, or Commander Ermot, who basically I know nothing about and have no desire to interact with. So the question is, do we make the worst decision ever to promote Lieutenant Bedrosian to first officer ahead of Commanders Westbrook and Ermot? Do we go with the safe choice, Westbrook? Or do we give our blue-skinned... Wow, why can I not remember the name of... The hell is wrong with me that I can't remember the name of the species? Anyway, did we give him a chance? I don't know. Why can't I remember the name of their species? Bolian. No, it's not right. Is that right? Bolian? That's not right. Is that right? Anyway. Oh, no. I mean, it's going to piss them off regardless, but Commander Westbrook was the person who was supposed to be the guy, so it's going to be Westbrook.
At the moment, I'm leaning toward selecting Commander Westbrook as the new first officer.
That would be an excellent choice, considering your history. The crew would respect the fact you chose someone likely to challenge your opinions and present a different point of view. You're as good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Not enough is said, and I'm wondering if anybody... I need to go look up articles about this, because we talk about framing ability and disability in games, and because Commander Rydek is part Kobliad, which again, a species that did not get a lot of time over the course of anything except, as I've constantly brought up, that one Deep Space Nine episode. I'm really curious how other people feel about the fact that one of the main characters that you're playing in this game has to get treatments to essentially, like, life-saving treatments on a regular basis. And somebody earlier related it to, like, having diabetes. Like, when her levels are down, she basically passes out and is ineffective, so she has to report to sickbay on a regular basis to be able to get her deridium treatments. And I'm wondering if anybody has really written anything about that or talked about that, or if anybody in chat might have thoughts about a disabled primary character in a game. Might be looking at somebody in particular here. But yeah, it's interesting to be like, that's your main character. Your main character has to deal with this, and that's just part of her life.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
Yeah, can we at least mend the fence here? Because you're being a pain in the entire ass.
To officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resolute.
I'm sorry. Where are we supposed to put you? You just want to resign? Right now? Where the hell am I supposed to put you? Want me to drop you off at the big ice lightning asteroid thing? Is that what you want? Because we'll leave you there. Ungrateful little... Like, now is not the time. Not the time!
I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship. Not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain, and I apologize, but my heart is not in it any longer, and to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
Well then, bye.
Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Armand.
I have not tested this, so I'm going to see if we can go back and make a different choice. I don't know when it saves, and I didn't see the save option come up, but I don't know if it also saves after every pivotal question. So let's go back and do the captain. Let's go back and do the captain-y thing that just says request denied. So is it too late? It might be too late. We'll see. This should be interesting, because I'm not sure at what point of your decisions it saves the game. Ah, yeah, it's cheating. Thinking I won't save scum my way out of this. You think I won't? Watch me.
I tended to an Elydian earlier.
Okay.
Major Starlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here.
I just also wanted to see, like, I didn't see the save option yet, so.
Oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Elydians are no longer enemies. I always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away.
Well, if there's any way
Oh, Ralphie Hardesty, welcome on in.
I'll take you up on that. It's good to have the support of a Starfleet captain, I'm sure.
It's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tyler. I'll take it from here.
But yeah, welcome on in. We are... Okay, I'm not going to let this play because y'all haven't seen it yet, but I do wish there were a way to like move faster through things. There isn't. But yeah, welcome on in. We are playing Star Trek Resurgence. It is this just delightful narrative game that has pissed me off enough that I actually tried to see if I could save Scum, and I think that I will save Scum. The only question is, do we pick somebody different? No, we're not going to pick someone different as a first officer, but we are going to do the captain thing where you say you resign and I say request denied. Like, we're going to be like, no, this is not something that I as a captain can approve. But yes, welcome in. We are getting close to ending, so I will not do the raid video for now, just because we're got like 10 minutes before I got to end, and I'm hoping we can get through the scene.
Brief Ambassador Spock in a few
And I
minutes.
realized there's no way to speed through any of this.
You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm
You
against
cannot,
the needless destruction
you
of
cannot
innocent
speed
life.
this ahead.
So I'm glad you transported the Draconian crystals onto the ship.
And the doctor
But
likes
Lieutenant
us.
Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust. But an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
I still need and value contrary opinions. I don't want everyone agreeing with me when they feel otherwise.
Oh, you'll know when Lieutenant Bedrosian doesn't agree with something. She's not shy about making her
She's a big
opinion
old
known.
whiner.
It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust.
We are not going
She's
to
removed from
name her
consideration
first
when it comes
officer.
down to
Not
Westbrook
after all
or
this
Irma.
BS. This is not going to be a
Obviously,
Riker and
pros
Shelby
cons of
thing.
each, but
No.
ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer.
At the moment, I'm leaning toward selecting Commander Westbrook as the new first officer.
That would be an excellent choice, considering your history. The crew would respect the fact you chose someone likely to challenge your opinions and present a different point of view.
I also suspect that because none of the three characters like us that much, that we're getting the, oh, somebody who will challenge you, as opposed to if we had just done nothing but kissed the ass of any of these three people, we'd be like, oh, well, the crew just sees somebody in your back pocket.
You're as good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really
It
should
made no
keep that
sense to be like,
message
oh, well, you should just give her the position. Like, that's not, no, that's a no. That's a big no. No, 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 no.
Captain,
I'll meet you inside.
I'm here to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the USS Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue
Request
to serve
denied.
aboard this ship.
Listen, Lieutenant. I understand how you feel, and I respect your opinion. You're one of the most valuable officers on the bridge, which is why I cannot accept your resignation.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I expected as much. Which is why I already submitted my letter of resignation to Starfleet Command.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
Well, those are the only options I was going to pick, so never mind then.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Armand.
All right, then.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
No need. She resigned.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving up in the world. Not that I'm surprised in the least.
These are unusual times, Mr. Chobak.
In all seriousness, What Diaz and Edsolar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
Well, I could say the same thing about Edsolar here. She deserves as much of the credit as I do.
Heck yeah, we're a team.
It's like a mutual admiration society.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
Captain Rydek, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention.
Ah, with the chest behind him. Got the chessboard.
Your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead. The Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage. Of course, you know that as well as I do.
With respect, Ambassador, sending more ships only opens us up to more casualties. The Aphelion's purpose is bioforming on a massive scale. The risk to a battle group
Everybody
is
gotta
too
stay
high.
out.
Your concern is valid.
And I have a little bit of main character syndrome.
Before they arrive.
Just a little bit.
The greater risk would be in failing to stop the Takan. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together.
We have the two main characters, like, on screen with each other.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphelion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So, what's the secret? How do we defend ourselves?
Run.
Is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid
I'm sorry. We have to. Don't get caught.
As simple as it sounds, the best thing to do is to not get caught, whether it's one-on-one or the whole ship.
We avoided the Takan as much as we could.
But we saw the bioforming, and there's not much you can do.
I found something that might help. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
What?
Duridium?
What?
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And it might be the only...
So the thing that is needed to essentially prolong, and I only mean to a natural lifespan, your now captain's life, is also the best shot we have at preventing everybody from getting Takan whammied. I guess, sure, use the thing that I need to live to save everybody else. I guess that'll be fine. Sure.
Ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
Fine. We'll be Starfleet.
I'll forego the rest of my treatments, if it means the crew will be safe.
You can't, though, because you need... Yeah, like, that's the problem
It's
is...
an honorable intention, but it's not that simple. It requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good, then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission.
Oh.
But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Oh.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question, what is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
There's barely even room for the schematics over the table.
To block the Aphelion's attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but that's the idea.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
Right?
He will.
We're obviously not above little Starfleet guilt.
Party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsalar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
Okay, sabotage the Tartabula. Sabotage is our specialty.
Sabotage is kind of becoming our specialty. We'll find a way to get the job done.
Well, he certainly has the swagger for it.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
You don't like anybody, damn.
With the help of Portal, he should be part of the away team.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Everyone do the, yep. Make the eye contact, do the nod.
I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it requires. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got.
That's the captain-y thing to say, so sure.
Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jara Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval, Beta 2, Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Oh.
Voice authorization, Rydek. Alpha 3, Whiskey.
Captain's code.
I got to say whiskey in the game, so I'm good.
Command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
Can we... So this is the fun thing. If we had managed to keep Bedrosian on board, then she'd probably be in that other chair. It's got to be Westbrook. Sorry, buddy. Wow, of course you didn't like that.
It is an honor and a pleasure to name Commander Westbrook as my new first officer.
Thank you, Captain. You made the right choice.
Congratulations, Commander. It's long
Okay,
overdue.
don't rub it in. He's sitting right
we've had our
there.
differences,
Okay.
But I can't tell you how much
That person that we've never had a meaningful conversation
Computer,
with.
Commander Westbrook is the new first officer of the USS Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Westbrook, Alpha 7 Tango.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Captain, could I have a word with you?
Oh, here we go.
Give me a minute.
Are you going to resign too? It's been a fucking day,
I
dude.
respect your decision, Captain. Commander Westbrook has seniority, and I can understand why you might have felt pressure to promote him. But What I can't understand is why you would choose someone so clearly unsuited for the position. It's the very reason why Captain Solano chose you over him. Because he knew Westbrook as first officer would be disastrous.
Interesting.
I know you're disappointed, but I trust his experience. And I need to rely on him now more than ever.
But that's just it. We can't afford to make any mistakes. And that's my concern with Commander Westbrook. Maybe I've had it wrong this whole time. But I thought we've had an excellent working relationship almost from the moment you first...
We have not had a single conversation, my dude. We've had nothing to talk about this entire time. And don't even try that. Okay, we've not talked about a thing.
Arrived. Yes, I was insulted when you didn't trust me with the information about Captain Solano being compromised, but I've always supported you, which is certainly more than you can say about Westbrook. He was always against
Are we
you,
really
especially
doing
with
this?
regard to Captain Solano. But I guess loyalty counts for nothing with you.
Look, I'll be honest. I can't do this without your help. You're one of the best officers we've got, and I need you by my side.
This ship needs
Otherwise,
a counselor.
We don't have a chance against Galvin. It's as simple as that.
Or at least HR.
And I'll be there when you need me. Just like I always have.
Like, y'all need therapy. Yeah, I like that little, like, eh. Alright, fine. Like, now is not the moment. Now is not the time. Can we not? Oh my gosh. Alright. Like, it's not that, like, they do need Jesus. They need space Jesus. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's hop over here.